He wants to actually play a role and use his platform, and I think it's going to be really interesting over the next few years to see whether people are ready for that or whether there is a kind of line, which he ends up crossing. The relationship between Prince William and Queen Camilla has been marked by tension, largely due to the complicated history surrounding Camilla's involvement with King Charles III and Princess Diana. As William grew up in the shadow of his parents' troubled marriage, Camilla's role as the other woman left a lasting impact. Suicide is one of the biggest killers of young men under 45, it's scary, and it's real. While both maintain a professional and united front in public, the emotional weight of the past has reportedly made it difficult for William to fully embrace Camilla's position in the royal family. Recently, Prince William's final ultimatum regarding Camilla has sent the royal family into turmoil. Watch this video till the end to find out all about it. Before Queen Camilla became a figure in the British royal family, her life was marked by a mixture of privilege, tradition, and a deep-rooted connection to British high society. Born Camilla Rosemary Shand on July 17, 1947, her upbringing, friendships, and personal relationships played a key role in the life she led before meeting Charles, setting the stage for what would become one of the most talked-about love stories in royal history. Camilla attended the prestigious Dumbrell School in Sussex, followed by Queen's Gate School in South Kensington, London. Though not academically inclined, she was known for her ability to get along with others. Camilla was known as a socialite in the 1960s, often seen at fashionable events, parties, and horse races. Before her fateful meeting with Prince Charles, Camilla had already formed a relationship with another man who would remain significant in her life, Andrew Parker Bowles. Andrew was a dashing army officer from a similarly aristocratic background, with his father being a close friend of the royal family. Andrew himself was well connected, and the two met in the late 1960s, quickly becoming romantically involved. However, their relationship was not without its challenges. Andrew was known for being somewhat of a ladies' man, and their on-again, off-again romance was often the subject of gossip in high society. The relationship between Camilla and Charles is still one of the most discussed and scrutinized narratives within the British royal family. Their connection, which began long before Charles's marriage to Diana, has shaped both their lives and the royal family in many ways. Understanding their relationship requires looking at the early years, the impact of their affair, and the broader implications on Prince William, whose recent ultimatum has sent the royal family into turmoil. Camilla first met Prince, now King, Charles in the early 1970s at a polo match at Windsor Great Park. At the time, Camilla was a young socialite, while Charles was the heir to the British throne, burdened with royal duties and expectations. Their immediate connection quickly evolved into a deep friendship. In the beginning, during this period, Charles explored the expectations of royal life, which included the pressure to marry. The royal family had long desired for him to find a suitable partner, someone who could fulfill the role of future queen. However, his relationship with Camilla continued to flourish, albeit quietly, away from the public eye. They enjoyed each other's company, often attending social events together and forming a close bond that hinted at something more. As time passed, Charles and Camilla became each other's confidants, navigating the complexities of life within the aristocratic elite. Although Camilla was involved with Andrew at the time, the chemistry between her and Charles remained strong. In the early 1970s, Charles embarked on his naval career, which temporarily distanced him from Camilla. During this separation, Camilla's relationship with Andrew became more serious, and they married in 1973. But the bond between Charles and Camilla did not diminish. By the time Charles married Diana in 1981, the complexities of his relationship with Camilla had already begun to influence his life significantly. Diana, a bright and young aristocrat, was seen as a fresh and beautiful face for the royal family. However, the marriage was fraught with difficulties from the start. Diana struggled to adapt to the intense scrutiny of royal life, and Charles, who was still emotionally tethered to Camilla, found it challenging to be fully present in his marriage. As Charles's marriage to Diana unfolded, his connection with Camilla resurfaced. The two reconnected during royal engagements and through shared friends, reigniting the feelings they had for one another. They would often communicate discreetly using coded messages and secret meetings to maintain their relationship. This affair became increasingly difficult to hide, and whispers began to circulate within royal circles. the affair reached a tipping point in the early 1990s. Charles's relationship with Camilla was no longer a secret among the royal family or the media. The situation put immense strain on his marriage to Diana, who felt increasingly isolated and betrayed. Diana's struggles were compounded by the knowledge that her husband was emotionally involved with another woman. William always hated Camilla for this, especially because her ex-husband, Andrew, hurt her the same way she and Charles hurt his mother. Within the royal family, tensions escalated as well. Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip were concerned about the ramifications of Charles's infidelity, both for their son and the monarchy itself. The institution had always emphasized loyalty and propriety, and the very public nature of Charles's affair with Camilla challenged those values. Charles's affair with Camilla fundamentally altered the dynamics within the royal family. It created a rift between Charles and Diana that seemed irreparable. While Diana sought to reclaim her narrative, often using media interviews and public appearances to express her struggles, Charles remained relatively quiet as the media spotlight intensified. The royal family faced calls for reform and greater transparency. The traditional image of the monarchy was at stake, and the affair cast a long shadow over Charles's future as king. Amidst the chaos, Charles continued to support Camilla despite the backlash. As the relationship between Charles and Camilla stopped being in the spotlight, Diana tragically died in 1997, reigniting the topic of their relationship. The dynamics between them transformed during this period, shaping both their lives and the public perception of the royal family. Following Diana's death, the royal family faced immense public scrutiny. The nation mourned the loss of the beloved princess, and there was widespread criticism of the monarchy's indifference to her struggles. William was always angry at Camilla for this and was glad when Charles and Camilla's relationship became a point of media attention. The public viewed Camilla through the lens of their affair, and many held her partly responsible for the turmoil within Charles and Diana's marriage, especially William. Charles had lost the mother of his children and was now faced with the challenge of raising Prince William and Harry without their mother, while still being with the woman his boys hated. During this period, Camilla remained in the background despite being a source of comfort for Charles. Their relationship continued to be scrutinized, and Camilla understood that any public appearance could be met with backlash. As the dust settled after Diana's funeral, Charles and Camilla began to re-establish their connection more openly. In the early years following Diana's death, they gradually opened their romance to the public while remaining mindful of the public perception. In 1999, Charles and Camilla began to attend events together more frequently, although they were still careful about the public reaction. They were often seen together at private gatherings and social events. As the years went by, Charles and Camilla's relationship began to receive a more favorable reception. The public gradually started to see Camilla as more than just the other woman, but William would always view her as the woman who had stepped on his mother's legacy. In 2005, Charles and Camilla were married in a civil ceremony at Windsor Guildhall. This marked a pivotal moment for both of them as they publicly committed to one another. The wedding was a significant turning point for the royal family. Although it was small and intimate, it symbolized the acceptance of Camilla as a member of the royal family. In the years following their marriage, Camilla's image continued to evolve. She embraced her position as the Duchess of Cornwall and became increasingly involved in charitable work. As Camilla and Charles built their life together, the dynamics within the royal family also began to shift. William and Harry had both been deeply affected by the loss of their mother, and their feelings toward Camilla were complex. Challenges remained, and the shadow of Diana's legacy loomed large. Public discussions often resurfaced regarding comparisons between the two women, with Camilla often seen as the second choice. The topic of Camilla as Queen Consort of the United Kingdom and how she measures up in the eyes of the public has always sparked intense debate. While she has embraced her role within the royal family and taken on numerous responsibilities, many still hold steadfast beliefs about Diana's impact and legacy. One of the most significant aspects cited when comparing Camilla to Diana is the enduring legacy of compassion and charisma associated with the late Princess of Wales. Diana had an uncanny ability to connect with people from all walks of life, whether it was through her work with AIDS patients or her advocacy for landmine victims. Diana's empathy and relatability endeared her to the public. Her genuine nature shone through during her engagements, and Prince William has worked hard to protect his mother's legacy. In contrast, Camilla's public persona has been shaped by a different set of experiences and expectations. Although she has made strides in her charitable work, embracing causes such as literacy, animal welfare, and domestic violence, there are still those who argue that she lacks the same emotional depth and accessibility that Diana effortlessly displayed. For many, Camilla's previous role in the royal saga has cast a long shadow, making it challenging for her to break free from those perceptions. Camilla's journey into the royal family has not been without controversy. The circumstances surrounding her relationship with Charles, including their long history and the perceptions of infidelity, have lingered in the minds of many. This has made it difficult for some to fully embrace her. In a monarchy where public opinion holds significant weight, the lingering doubts about her suitability to fill the shoes of her predecessor have continued to fuel discussions. While Camilla has taken on her royal duties with diligence, the weight of public scrutiny sometimes overshadows her efforts. Despite her hard work and dedication, the narrative often focuses on how she compares to Diana, with critics insisting that Camilla will never embody the same sense of warmth and compassion that defined Diana. For many, these comparisons are not just about fulfilling royal duties, but they touch on deeper societal values of what a modern royal should represent. Diana was, to many, not only the best royal member but the best person as well. Camilla has made significant strides in her own right. Her passion for causes such as literacy has led her to champion initiatives that empower individuals and promote education. However, while Camilla's initiatives are commendable, they often seem to lack the emotional resonance that characterized Diana's charity work. Many remember how Diana personally connected with those she helped, often going beyond mere appearances to engage with the stories and struggles of individuals. On the other hand, Camilla's approach feels more formal and less emotionally charged. The contrast between the two women's styles can leave a lingering impression that Camilla may never quite reach the same level of public affection. The media's portrayal of Camilla has also influenced public perception. Although she has garnered some positive coverage, the shadow of her past often leads to headlines that detract from her achievement. Comparisons between Queen Camilla and Princess Diana frequently dominate tabloid discussions, reinforcing the narrative that Camilla is unworthy of the public's admiration. In recent years, the royal family has faced a more critical media landscape, with social media amplifying public opinion. Discussions about Camilla echo through various platforms, where opinions can be divided. Supporters point to her dedication to her royal duties, while Diana's supporters remain entrenched in their views about Camilla's inability to measure up to Diana's legacy. Despite these challenges, it is essential to acknowledge that Camilla has made significant progress in her role as the Duchess of Cornwall. She has taken on numerous engagements and responsibilities, often representing the royal family with grace and poise. Over time, her efforts have contributed to a gradual shift in public perception, as more people begin to recognize her commitment to her duties. However, the perception that she cannot fill Diana's shoes remains deeply ingrained in the minds of many. The very essence of what made Diana special is tied to her unique ability to connect with people on a personal level, and the emotional depth she brought to her work is often viewed as irreplaceable. The fact that Prince William doesn't support her makes it even more difficult for Camilla to step out of Diana's shadow. As Camilla continues to navigate her role, the challenge of finding acceptance persists. While she has made strides in fostering a positive image, the complex history surrounding her relationship with Charles and the royal family means that she may always face skepticism. The deep-rooted sentiments regarding her past and the comparisons to Diana create a barrier that may prove difficult to overcome, especially after Prince William's final ultimatum. The dynamics within the British royal family have always been complex, and one relationship that has garnered significant attention is that between Prince William and Camilla. For Prince William, the protective instinct he feels toward his mother, the late Princess Diana, among other reasons, has played a crucial role in shaping his feelings toward Camilla. From a young age, Prince William has been deeply connected to his mother's legacy. Diana was more than just a royal, she was a global icon, known for her compassion, advocacy, and ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Her death left an indelible mark on William and his younger brother, Prince Harry. The pain of losing their mother at such a young age has fueled William's protective instincts. Diana's tragic passing also brought about a sense of duty for William to uphold her memory. He often speaks about her influence and the values she instilled in him. This loyalty to his mother has become a cornerstone of his identity, and any perceived threat to that legacy is taken very seriously. As a result, Camilla, who was involved in a highly publicized affair with Charles during Diana's marriage, represents a painful chapter in that history. Prince William's feelings toward Camilla can be described as complicated. Although she has been married to his father since 2005, William's acceptance of her has faced many bumps. Ever since she began living with them, there was considerable tension surrounding Camilla's role within the family. William's discomfort stems not just from her past relationship with Charles, but also from the media portrayal of Camilla, which often juxtaposes her with Diana. The constant comparisons and discussions surrounding their legacies can be overwhelming. William has been publicly cautious about how he interacts with Camilla, and the underlying tension often seems palpable. It's as if he's walking a tightrope, balancing his duty as a royal with his emotional connection to his mother's memory. William's protectiveness over Diana's legacy manifests itself in various ways. For instance, he has often spoken candidly about the importance of mental health, a cause that was near and dear to Diana. He frequently emphasizes the need for open conversations about mental well-being, a stance that echoes his mother's own advocacy. Through his charitable work, he strives to ensure that Diana's influence continues to resonate, particularly in the areas of mental health and support for those in distress. This dedication to upholding Diana's memory complicates his relationship with Camilla. Although she has taken on a significant role within the royal family and even engages in charitable work herself, William cannot help but view her through the lens of his mother's legacy. The pain of betrayal that he associates with Camilla continues to influence his feelings toward her. The notion that she was once the cause of his parents' fractured relationship makes it difficult for him to embrace her. William's loyalty to Diana shapes his feelings toward Camilla, and there's also a noticeable tension between the two. Camilla is known for her witty and sometimes sharp sense of humor. While this trait can be endearing, it can also come off as a subtle reminder of hierarchy within the royal family. Some reports suggest that Camilla occasionally makes jabs at William to keep him in check, which he finds frustrating. For William, these moments can be degrading, as they serve as a reminder of his place within the royal family. Camilla's ability to navigate the balance of the royal hierarchy means she has a unique influence over the family dynamics. William, who is often seen as a future king, may bristle at any suggestion that he needs to be reminded of his role. This tension can lead to an uncomfortable atmosphere during family gatherings and public appearances. The public has also played a role in shaping the narrative surrounding William and Camilla. Many royal observers note that William's body language around Camilla often conveys discomfort or tension. Whether it's during public engagements or family events, William's demeanor suggests that he is still grappling with his feelings. Many fans of the royal family continue to express their affection for Diana and regard her as a beloved figure. This has undoubtedly affected how William perceives Camilla. In many ways, the public's enduring love for Diana becomes a source of tension for William when interacting with Camilla. William's firing of Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, from the royal payroll was the first step he took against Camilla and sent ripples through the royal circle. To understand the dynamics at play, it's essential to grasp the significance of the Duchy of Cornwall, established in 1337. This estate was created to provide financial support for the heir to the British throne. Managing it has been a complex task, further complicating the royal family's internal relationships. Such an estate requires a skilled team of professionals, including designers, to maintain its historical integrity and appeal. When King Charles ascended to the throne, he continued to uphold the DU traditions, ensuring that it remained a viable resource for Prince William. Annabel Elliot was initially brought into the fold as a chief designer after Charles's marriage to Camilla in 2005. Her experience in interior design made her a suitable candidate to manage various projects related to the royal estate. However, William always thought she was only brought in as Camilla's sister. Fast forward to recent years, and Annabel found herself in a precarious situation. After working on various projects under the duchy, she was not rehired by Prince William, who now oversees the estate's operations. The decision to exclude her from the payroll wasn't officially documented as being linked to her performance or expertise. Instead, it seemed to have been influenced by William's complex feelings toward Camilla. In many ways, William's refusal to rehire Annabel serves as a reflection of his ongoing discomfort with Camilla and the circumstances surrounding her marriage to Charles. For William, whose loyalty to his mother, the late Princess Diana, is unwavering, any connection to Camilla often feels fraught with historical baggage. By not bringing Annabel back into the royal fold, William was making a statement, a reminder to Camilla of his power. As William prepares for his future role as king, his decisions carry additional weight. The royal family has undergone significant changes in recent years, and William's actions could set a precedent for how he intends to navigate familial relationships in the future. His refusal to rehire Annabel may be a temporary decision, but it reflects a broader pattern of how things will be done in the family once he steps in. In the months since William fired Annabel, the relationship between him and Camilla became even more tense than ever. It reached a boiling point when Prince William's final ultimatum sent the royal family into turmoil. In a closed-door conversation that left no room for misinterpretation, William delivered his ultimatum: Camilla was to step back from influencing King Charles's decisions. He believed her presence was clouding his father's judgment, especially when it came to the future direction of the monarchy. The demand was subtle but firm: Camilla needed to let Charles stand on his own or risk further damage to the royal family's stability. The tension hung in the air, with Charles torn between his wife and his son. What followed was a wave of uncertainty that rippled through the palace, leaving everyone wondering how this power struggle would play out. According to insiders, the essence of the disagreement centers on William's protectiveness over Diana's legacy and his perception of Camilla's role within the royal family. It is well known that William has always held a strong sense of duty toward preserving his mother's memory. The emotional toll of such a conversation is not to be underestimated. Camilla, who has worked hard to secure her place in the royal family, felt cornered and vulnerable during this exchange. Reports suggest that after the confrontation, Camilla was seen exiting in tears. King Charles is now caught in the middle of this family drama. As a father, he must navigate between his sons and his wife. Charles has always had a complicated relationship with his sons, especially regarding Diana. As tensions rise, he faces the daunting task of maintaining harmony within his family while also fulfilling his duties as king. Will they ever straighten out their relationship? Let us know in the comments.